guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nikki and welcome back to Wolfquest, where we are here with Cole and his Wildfire pack, and I had to leave you guys on pause for the moment. We are still in a little bit of a sticky situation. Very last thing in the last episode, we graduated to young hunters, and so today we need to get these pups some food. They're in about the 40s. We're still on unforgiving difficulty, and I don't know that we can really sleep, so our energy is fairly low, and one of our pups, poor Sizzle, is like 46 health. So yeah, we're gonna do our best to make sure Sizzle stays back. But yeah, we need to go find some food. Things are getting a little bit crazy here at the moment, and if we take a look at the map, we don't have much territory that we're really working with at the moment. This time of year, we usually prefer to have these little mountain areas taken over. So Cole may want to also, kind of get some of that territory back for his family. So let's go ahead and just see what we can do. We actually have a female dispersal from the Shadow Pack. If I'm not mistaken, I may have to look back. I think that was Nisha's pack. Yeah, because I remember I named her episode A New Shadow Comes with the Dawn. And yeah, so that's really, really cool. Maybe a distant relative of Nisha. I want to sniff her out, but unfortunately that's not really in the direction of the elk, so maybe we can sniff them out at some point. But we're here. We have our young hunters with us. They are doing really, really well, except for poor Sizzle right there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we are really gonna have to be so careful. But usually, thankfully, on the pups' first hunt, they really tend to stay away. Okay, the fossil herd is 600 meters this way. We're really, unfortunately, just straight up in other wolves' territory. There is not too much we can really be doing about that right now. So hopefully everything works out okay. Fossil herd 300 meters away. Are they gonna be up high? I can hear the males. No, everybody's over here. Is this just the males? Where's your females, guys? Yeah, that's the males. Okay, I guess there's a mixture of, so we must have passed them a little bit. So let's skirt around the males. And here's the females, and that's the big buck. Yeah, look at all these wolves. They are scattering. Let's go ahead and get these name tags up just to make sure. Sizzle, why are you the first one in front, sir? All right, we are going to be giving these guys such a good long chase. They're hopefully heading, yeah, they're heading in a great direction for us. So we're going to give them a nice long chase. Hopefully somebody will fall, as we always say. And speed up just a little bit here. We still have calves as well, as usual, but obviously, oh, Zuko's going for someone. Okay, let's okay, he's not that one. He's focusing on this one, so we're gonna see if we can do some perception. Zuko, that's a horrible choice. Horrible choice, buddy. Oh, this fell though. So we get some quick action from Cole there. We're not interested. Sizzle, Sizzle. Sizzle, Sizzle. Sizzle, please get out of the way. No! I'm gonna bite Mom. Sorry if I shouted in your ear. This is not the time, Sizzle. We want to focus on this one for now. Oh, good job, Scarlet. I saw her bite. Oh, Crimson's getting the mom. Good job, Crimson. Maybe we'll get the mom too. Ow. We've got a little bit of health to spare. Okay, guys, get back on. Sizzle. Please. Sizzle! Oh my god. Sizzle, literally stop. All of the stop. Right now. Where'd the food go? How did we lose them? Are we really gonna have to track them down? Okay, I think they went this way. We're being raided, but that is not something that we can be concerned with at the moment. Did they go this way? Back? What is happening? Where did these elk go? I'm panicking, you guys. I'm panicking. Okay, they should have gone this way and over the hill. And there's a really cute wolf sounding off next to us. She actually sounds so adorable with that howl. Oh my gosh. Zigzagging, what are we doing? Okay, are they making tracks this way? We need that food, you guys. The pups are hungry. Oh no. But we'll be able to see them. They're right here. This calf is almost down, but I really need Sizzle to watch the heck out. Come on, everyone. Okay, Scarlet did some good work there. Holy cow, Azula was just like, I'm just gonna catch a bunny rabbit, y'all. Okay, where is my Sizzle? Oh, he's right next to me. Oh. Alright, celebration time. Sizzle needs a rest, like, immediately. And we ended up in the same hex that we started in. That's actually super funny. Well, good job, pups. Look at Firefly. Oh my gosh. I feel like I have not seen the pack this happy in so long. Look at everyone. Look at this huge family. Oh, you guys, I feel so sentimental right now. Would you just look at all of these wolves we have? Our family is so huge, and I feel like this is everything that Cole ever wanted. He was always so focused on family, and now look at this amazing family he has created. With his wonderful, wonderful mate Crimson, and her really bringing such an amazing ability to teach the rest of the pack members her skills in hunting. I mean, they have just come so far. Thankfully, this carcass is lasting. Hi, Azula. Yeah, I'm talking about your mom. I think she really put a lot of work into teaching Azula her hunting prowess. She was really the first to kind of take it on and start working on some of those tactics that that Crimson that we see. I mean, even just in that hunt, we saw Crimson taking that moment to. Are those like a ton of wolves over there? There's definitely wolves over there. Where are we being raided at, by the way? Is it that direction? Oh, it's them. Maybe we shouldn't be in the hex directly next to them. Has everyone filled up their bellies? I would assume so by now. We will lose Sizzle if we deal with that at all, so we need to run very far and swiftly away from this invasion, and they are absolutely going to be getting that from us. There is no way that we're gonna be losing a pup right now. But yeah, as I was saying, just even in that hunt, you know, in that moment where the mom was about to kick Sizzle and everything was about to be really, really bad, you know, Crimson, you know, moves in and she bites on the mom, and she knows the rest of the pack is focusing on the calf. So going in and kind of tactfully doing that is just, and the way that she flushes out, you know, the herd and gets everyone running, and she's just probably the best huntress I have ever seen, quite honestly. She's an amazing mate, and I couldn't be more happy. Look at all of the, oh my god, everyone is peeing at the exact same time. Have you guys ever seen that? That was funny. Man, everybody is just celebrating today. That's really cool. I'm not sure where their hex is, but it seems smart, since we at least know where they are, to take over a little bit of the area that I would rather sleep. Sleeping would be better. But since we know where they are, it's kind of a toss-up, because like, do you go to sleep and heal just immediately and then deal with the consequences of your territory, or do you risk your health to go and take over some spots while you know where these wolves are? So we're playing it a little bit fast and loose, but this is what we're choosing to do right now. And hopefully it does not bite us in the butt. They are taking over territory very near here, so this may be folly in general. I just can't believe how big our family is, you guys. That's just so sweet. Hi, Striker. Okay, that is looking good. I guess now I'm worried, what if they left some wolves behind? Because look at these scents right here. Hopefully they didn't. Because yeah, we are scenting a little bit of them. Again, very, very risky, but I mean, Sizzle is slowly gaining health back. Not much. Also, I will say, who was it? Was it Electra? No, I think it was Scarlet. Scarlet, I think is a very bold wolf. We've seen that in the past with her when she was younger at the den. Sizzle and Scarlet kind of paired off and were getting into trouble with each other. And I think she's a very brave wolf. And so I think that's why we saw her just not even hesitating, going in for some strikes. And I don't know, you guys, was Sizzle just trying to die? Or is he really brave too? I think the both of them really are, Sizzle and Scarlet. I love when they lay down and howl. That's so wonderful. All right, well, I am gonna just keep on keeping on. Take over a little bit more. What is that? Are those pronghorn? Those are pronghorn. I thought those were wolves for a second. I was like, oh my god. But yeah, I think we'll continue to take a little bit of territory, the same territory that we always like to hold on to this time of year, which is just the little base of the mountains here. So we'll keep just kind of trying to square that away, get our territory back, and hopefully be safe in the meantime. I think we're gonna need to howl this one down. That one is in such a weird spot over there. Yep. So we're gonna get started on this, and hopefully I don't need to bring you guys back because nothing interesting will happen and we'll be safe. All right, friends, I think here is where we are going to sleep for the night. We have taken quite a few bits of territory here, and honestly, I'm a little bit worried because I feel like when we go to sleep, because we're not dealing with the raid, we're going to be losing some of this. So I think I'd rather just know where we lie with our territory before risking sizzle and continuing. So let's get this sleep over with. Hopefully Sizzle is just going to do a ton of healing. And we'll be in the clear. I'm honestly expecting like a wake up raid at this point with how close we were. Okay. Nothing too crazy, thankfully. Okay, not too bad. We can strengthen this up, take a little bit of this back, move in. We're still not quite at the base of where we usually like to have things, so that is good. Sizzle is back down to, I mean, we're right where we started here. Inferno's our least experienced pup. He's done about 49. So Inferno, what are you doing, buddy? Where are you? Here you are. What are you getting up to, Inferno? Just hanging out. I think Inferno was the one who picked up the stick too, so maybe he's just a little bit more of a, not a lazy wolf, but just a non-serious wolf who doesn't really care about learning and just wants to goof around. Well, since since we're scenting them, I wonder if they're in these hexes over here, actually. If we take a look at where those are drifting from, that might be problematic. So we'll continue south. The pups are at, in the 60s again for food. So depending on how much running around we do. What in the world? This rock looks very strangely colored. So yeah, depending on the running around we do, we may or may not need to do another hunt. We will have to see. I think we need to continue to go south for now. Keep an eye on those scents. Because what I don't want is to run into rival wolves. Look at this. Is that Buffalo Furnace? Okay. Somebody came from Buffalo Furnace. I think that was Crimson. I think Crimson came from Buffalo Furnace, actually. We haven't been meeting many dispersals, by the way. You remember how many, I think that windstorm one was the one that we got that little courting message on. But yeah, do you guys remember how many like dispersals we used to be able to keep an eye on? And now it feels like we never get to meet dispersals anymore. That's kind of sad, because I love keeping track of them and seeing what their little stories are, but I also don't want to trigger dispersal events all the time. So I guess it just is what it is. We'll just run across them naturally as wolves would do in the wild. And then they would either sniff them out for to chase them out because they don't want them in their territory, or for courting reasons. Those would really, I think, be the only two. So not necessarily because they want to make friends. But there we go. Yeah, we want all of this. All up to the base of the mountain here. I just love seeing all the wagging tails. That just makes me so happy. Unfortunately, it's going to be a lot of howling in this episode. Oh my gosh. Apologies, friends. Apologies. I may have to do a bit more cutting so you guys don't have to hear quite so many howls. We're not used to the wildfire having that many wolves and that much howling in your ears. Alright friends, we actually ended up running almost face first into this mule deer, so looks like maybe the pups can go ahead and hopefully everyone will kind of stand back for the pups. Maybe, possibly, they can get a little bit of food. Come on, adults. That's gonna go so fast between everyone. Okay, Electra might be getting a little bit of food. If everyone's smart, they'll take a piece before it's gone. Alright, what did that do for everyone? So Electra scooted right on in and stole a bunch of the food. Sizzle, who needs to heal the most, did not hardly get anything. So, yeah, that just seems to be how it works. Are we being raided? Because, like, how do we know which wolves those are? Like, individually? That's kind of strange. Usually, wouldn't it just say the crazy peak wolves? But yeah, we can, like, very specifically smell, like, Lecter and all of them. That's interesting. Well, I suppose we're not going to question that and just head straight on into our forest here and reinforce a few things along the way if needed. I was hoping that we would run across an elk scent during that because we were just chasing those deer straight south. I was hoping to actually take like that hex, but that's okay. We are already tired. And we did thankfully get a little bit of food, so that's good. But yeah, this time of year is going to be really important to keep your territory pretty top notch, because those wolves, I mean, they're going to be moving in kind of regardless, actually, because they do like to do raids and expansions of their own. So if we can all kind of avoid each other, that's going to be ideal, and scoot around. But Cole's going to take some easy rabbits here because he also needs to heal, and I'm just kind of trying to prepare everyone for a raid. Oh, well, don't need to prepare him for a bear, but yeah, just kind of preparing for a raid at this moment, because it is going to be inevitable, and we really do need our pups in good condition for that. So many bunnies around, no carcasses, unfortunately, which, you know, I guess is good if they're not going to be in our area. But our pack is so large now. Oh, Azula got that bunny rabbit. What do you think, Azula? Are you going to take it for yourself? Yeah, she says, I'm gonna eat this bunny rabbit. That one's mine. That's her howl, by the way. I love it. Okay, that's looking good. And I'm thinking that we're probably gonna need to go down for a sleep. I am slightly worried about Sizzle though. He's at 49, so he's gonna be very, very hungry in the morning. Sizzle, can I give this to you? It never works. I'm never able to give it to the wolf that I want to give it to. But maybe that'll help Sizzle learn that, you know, when food's about, you really gotta, you know, push in there. I guess it does make sense with the different hierarchies within the pack. And perhaps Sizzle is not one to want to push in there. But I think he's pretty bold. I don't think he's scared of much given given that hunt that he did. So I don't know. He's just stressing his dad out. That's what he likes to do. But let's get this territory nice and reinforced. Perfect. Yeah, all of this is looking really, really great. And maybe we'll go... Should we go maybe just like rediscover the den that we have? Oh, excuse me, Electra. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and sleep at this den here. For old time's sake. And hopefully that's not going to be a mistake with Sizzle in the morning. Get everybody over here. Do we need to discover this as well? Yeah. Somebody's whining. Hopefully it's not Sizzle, like telling me he's hungry. I'll feel really bad. We're gonna go ahead and chance a sleep here. Ah, dropping things on my desk, apologies. And hopefully he's not starving in the morning. Alright, buddy, what are you at? 32, and we've got somebody at 33 as well. And so Inferno must not have gotten a lot of food either. Got some dogs over there. I think I just saw a winged dog. Okay. How is everybody's health? Sizzle is up to 62. And we've got the whole kit and caboodle here. Ghost is biting on me, but we're learning some new names here. Holy cow, they had a lot of pups this year. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm wondering if we run here, you guys. I mean, we might be able to try it, but oh my gosh, we've got what is it called? Critical hits on. Let me maybe get a few of these pups named and I'll decide if we're gonna be running or not, because holy cow. Okay, friends, so because this is still the serial killer pack, we've got Zip for zip ties, Cuffs for handcuffs, Hatchet, Shavella for shovel, and Burner for a burner phone. Don't judge me too much in the comments. But I think we're going to run. I've thought about it, and with the pups being as hungry as they are, just waking up, and with Sizzle at 62, it feels manageable, but I think we should spend our energy on hunting today because of how hungry everybody is. So we are gonna run as soon as Ghost lets go of me. And we're just gonna book it straight into our forest and not worry about those guys. We probably could have taken them, but I just don't think it's worth the energy expendage, and we can definitely expand and take some territory over here. Yeah, we did lose that fight. You guys suck. I feel like we're going to need to eliminate them eventually. That would be really nice. Take out their pack leaders. Free up a lot of the territory that we're trying to gain here. That may be a really good option for trying to help us out. Quartz herd. We have one single scent. Actually, there's more over here. Yes, elk, we need you. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, 1,400 meters away, so they're definitely like up above the these hills here. Let's make sure that we can reinforce along the way as well. Very important. And just try to get that scent. Yep, 1,300 meters. These are getting stronger though. And I think we'll wrap up the episode with one more hunt. So I'm going to track these guys down. And who got that? Firefly. Good job. Yeah, we'll track these elk down and hopefully we'll have another good hunt under our belt. Here's our rendezvous actually. We're right here next to it. And yeah, see how the pups do for the day. All right, we've got the herd up there, so we should be able to do a nice hunt, especially since we know the pack is over here. We can probably run around all of this just fine. But I wanted to bring you guys back a little bit early because I noticed that our affinity is super, super low, and it was super high a minute ago. So, I mean, it's back up now, but I'm wondering if you lose affinity when you run away from a wolf fight. That was really interesting. Go ahead and get our rally going as well. Seems like we've actually got a bison herd next to the elk herd, which we are not fans of. So I would like these elk to run this way, but I also don't want to get tangled up with these bison. So please oblige and run into our territory. Oh, I think Crimson ran into there. Watch out, everyone. We've got our first snow of the year as well, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so Sizzle, I see you up front with Dad. However, I would like it if you did not hurt yourself too badly. So Dad's just gonna test out a few here. Striker seems to like this one, however, this one did fall. Ah! Torches on it. Good job, buddy. He saw that. Yeah, this one took a nice bit of damage, so we're just gonna bite, let go. Electra's really getting in there. Okay, there goes Scarlet. She like leaped for it. Did you guys see that? Holy cow. Scarlet is really staying on there. I wish an adult would get in to kind of slow it down for the pups. There we go. We're still just a little bit in the fray here. Electra trying out a few bites. Thankfully, Sizzle seems to be... Torch, what are you doing up there? Get back here with everybody else. Sizzle. Just as I say, Sizzle is staying out of the business. Oh god, Cole. You guys, what happened here? Oh, my pups are starving as well currently. Okay, well, Cole can't do anything else, and he better not get ran into. Because holy Jesus. I feel like I need to be able to turn and see. Okay, good. Thankfully, nothing. Oh, it fell again. I can't bite that. Somebody else will need to. Good job, Crimson. And hopefully our weak pups will stay out of that. Perfect. We're actually going to put down a marker here as well. Where did we end up? Oh, down here. Perfect. That's fine. Goodness gracious. Well, hopefully my starving pups will get their fill. But yeah, that was a little intense, you guys. And now, I mean, Cole is really feeling the brunt of it. I mean, he was sprinting there a lot harder than he has in quite some time. You know, Cole rarely has the energy to run like that anymore. His stamina has just decreased at an incredible rate in his older age. So him trying that hard, you know, I think he just kind of forgot in the moment, and he's like really trying to step it up and show his little ones how to hunt and you know, do the things he's always done. Hi, Azula. Azula's like coming over to comfort Cole. She can see how just absolutely exhausted he is. Also, Lightning, like Lightning is he's just this quiet character that is just always near us. He's so comforting. And he's like that quiet like hand on your shoulder of just like, I understand and I'm here for you kind of vibes, and I absolutely love it. Oh my gosh, that cow elk goes by so fast with our huge pack. But yeah, it's, you know, he's trying to step in there and you know, do all the things that he's used to doing, especially now with his pups growing up. You know, he's got so many different lessons to teach them right now. And holy red hawk, red eagle, dang, would you look at that? I mean, have you guys gotten that good of a view of this guy? Wow, they did some really great detail on him. I'm getting very, very distracted here. I apologize. But yeah, Cole's just going through it right now, and I think in his mind he's really trying to come to terms with that and keep his goals in mind, you know, a really bonded family, and, you know, with his mate bringing on this new hunting ability for the pack, you know, he's keeping that in mind as well. But now what's coming to the forefront is who is going to keep this going when I'm gone, because we're getting to that point and it's constantly showing with Cole, and he's really gonna have to start thinking about who to pull aside and to speak about the pack, and who should he choose to continue the pack in the direction that he has set for them and worked so hard for them. He loves and appreciates what Crimson has brought to the pack for the survivability, because if you remember going way back into the Wildfire, we struggled to find elk for so long in this area. It's not the friendliest area for elk, at least in our gameplay. And you know, it's such an important thing that she brought to the table for this pack, because they really couldn't have done, you know, survived very well without that. But at the heart of Cole, it's the family bonds of the Wildfire is the most important, and who leads the pack and holds those ideals is what's most important to him. So whoever he chooses to take over the pack, he's gonna want to be looking for those family ideals, because this is the future of the Wildfire. It is the legacy continuing on. So let me know if you guys have thoughts on that down below. I'm sorry I had to leave it paused here, and that might have been a little bit boring. But here we can look at the bird again. But we're running out of time. I feel like with Cole it's getting so difficult, and we just need to bring the story elements back in and really hone in and kind of talk about some of these things. So I will leave it there for now. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Leave a like on the video if you did enjoy, and subscribe to the channel if you want to know when I post, so you don't miss out on all these wonderful adventures we are going on. And I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.